tonight has been postponed. You are all safe, and take your time in leaving the arena tonight and do so in an orderly fashion.
It's been 4.5 months since the Milwaukee Bucks last played a game. 20 long weeks that's brought a changing world, put a country in crisis, and a nation in tears. A global pandemic was the stop sign on the world of sports, leaving athletic venues vacant from coast to coast.
No peace.
Then, the killing of George Floyd. It hurt deep, sparking anger, turmoil, and some much-needed awareness. And at a time of change for this country, the Bucks organization is once again at the forefront. Today's group just continues the history of leadership in the fight for equality. You see, before he seized a commanding role on a world championship team, the Big O, Oscar Robertson, was part of the first ever state championship by an all-black high school, and no doubt a pioneer in the integration of the game. Wayne Embry became the first African-American general manager in any pro sport when the Bucks promoted him in 1972. And our own Marcus Johnson stood tall for civil rights, while Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has maintained his lifelong quest for social justice. Those Milwaukee greats blazed the trail that the current team is on now, firmly united in the fight for racial equality. A family that vows to be undivided.
I had never protested in my life, right? This is new for me. And hopefully this is just the start.
This is what unity looks like.
Throughout the years, sports has been the place where we all come together. It's the place so many of us go to get away. And right now, it will be a shoulder to lean on for a nation in healing. But don't expect it to be a total escape. The players have made that clear.
So much is given, much is required. So, you know, we giving a lot, we giving a platform, we got to use it.
We will be seen. We will be heard.
Tonight, baby steps will be taken as Bucks basketball returns. And while things will look different, the quest remains the same, a world championship. Fans, it's time to hold on once again because the ride resumes now.
NBA basketball is back in a new form. The grand experiment is underway at Walt Disney World in Lake Buena Vista, Florida. Tonight, the Bucks return to NBA games that count as the home team against a possible playoff opponent, the Boston Celtics. In the bubble, there is no home court advantage. It has been 149 days since the Bucks last played in Fiserv Forum, where they were 28-3. We will keep it alive for them as they play bubble ball in Florida. It will be the home of Fox Sports Wisconsin through the first round of the NBA playoffs. Good evening and welcome back to Bucks basketball. Jim Paschke with Marcus Johnson. We are in the inner sanctum at Fiserv Forum. This is the Bucks locker room. We will be here for about a month, physically distanced and ready to go. And before we start, it is so good to see you, Marcus Johnson.
Well, it's great to see you, Jim. And quickly, I'm reminded what my old coach John Wooden used to talk about when he would give his pregame talks to us as a team at UCLA. He would say that basketball is not the most important thing in life. It's far from it. But for the next 48 minutes in this situation, that's what's got to be on the player's mind, competing for a championship.
Well, and this is a tough restart game because the Boston Celtics could be a possible playoff opponent for Milwaukee.
Well, and this is the kind of game that kind of gets the adrenaline up, gets the blood flowing. You look at what the Celtics are doing right now in terms of defense and offensive rating, top 5 in both categories. Now, it's been said that they're the only team in the league in the top 5 in both categories. The Bucks are right there, just a tick behind Boston in terms of offensive rating. But in terms of talent, this Celtic team, they've got 4 guys that can light it up. So the Bucks defense will be challenged. Better be ready to play.
It's a good start to restart the NBA season for the Milwaukee Bucks. We have a lot coming up tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun to be back with you. Chris Middleton is ready to pick up where he left off as the superbly shooting sidekick to Giannis Antetokounmpo's deadly dunking game. Zora Stevenson has waited 144 days to tell us more about Bucks basketball. Her bubble is ready to burst next.